Dude, let's kill the horse.
What?
I'm so tired, Finn!
Can't you see what this horse is doing? It's tearing us apart.
We have to get rid of this horse, for us! The horse is tearing us apart again!
Adventure Time soundbites are really funny out of context. There's this absurdity about them that gets you wondering what could have led to that moment. This particular line is from the second episode of Season 2, The Eyes. Finn and Jake just got back from a week of non-stop adventuring, saving princesses, attending parties, cleaning up dead bodies.
I swear I found him like this.
You know, the usual stuff. So as expected, they're totally worn out and just want to go to bed, but they can't because they're being watched. They look out the window to find this derpy looking horse staring at them. This episode was really creepy to me the first time I watched it because it reminded me of that one episode of Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Return the slab.
I rewatched it to make this video, and it's not as unsettling as I remember. Basically, their goal is to get the horse to stop staring directly into their treehouse. So if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, I've compiled a 7-step guide for you, guaranteed to work. Step 1, close the blinds. Problem solved, right?
Wrong answer, forehead.
If at that moment the moon rises, casting a shadow of the horse directly into your treehouse, then try. Step 2, negotiate. As usual, Jake tells it like it is.
Hey, get out of here, horse! I want to go to sleep and you're creeping me the math out!
Then there's Finn, who tries to be diplomatic and even ends up telling the horse it can come over for lunch later. And this is one of the things that makes Finn and Jake a peculiar duo. The stark contrast in the way they approach issues. Finn's more of the heroic altruist and Jake is just so real, he says what most people are thinking.
Let's just go push him off that hill or something.
Wait.
If negotiating doesn't work, step 3, try pushing it away. There's a chance it might be too heavy considering the average horse weighs around 1,000 pounds. In that situation, you should get your magic dog to use his powers on it.
Huh?
Step 4, blindfold the horse.
Look, man.
Step 5, lure it away with music because it has poo brain, and things with poo brain can be controlled by music.
That horse is whack with poo brain.
Yeah.
Warning, this action may attract snakes because they too have poo brain.
Step 6.
Dude, let's kill the horse.
What?
I'm so tired, Finn!
Can't you see what this horse is doing? It's tearing us apart.
And of course, Finn is against this. Just like when they try talking to the horse, you can see their very different approaches in handling the situation. In contrast to their supposed heroic nature, this even being a consideration shows the extent heroes may go when pushed to the edge. Finn keeps his altruistic positivity. It's both a strength and weakness of his. On one end, it empowers him to do a lot of good, but it also makes him very easy to take advantage of. In the episode City of Thieves, for instance, Finn's belief that he can single-handedly cleanse a corrupt society illustrates his inability to recognize deep-rooted moral complexity. The episode begins when Finn and Jake enter a city where everyone is a thief, and Finn, ever the hero, vows to remain pure despite the overwhelming temptation around him. However, his strict moral code makes him a target for manipulation. Finn sees the world in a binary of good and evil, believing that resisting temptation alone will allow him to stay righteous. But the city operates on a different set of rules, where theft is not just common but ingrained in its culture. His inability to accept this difference makes him vulnerable. When a young girl named Penny convinces Finn to help her by retrieving stolen belongings, he trusts her without question, assuming she is a victim rather than a participant in the city's corrupt system. This reveals his lack of skepticism. He does not consider that she might have ulterior motives. In his attempt to retrieve stolen items, Finn himself is tricked into stealing, breaking his own moral code. This moment is crucial because it forces Finn to confront the idea that even with good intentions, he is not immune to corruption. Ultimately, Finn's naivety leads to his failure. Penny was manipulating him all along, and he ends up reinforcing the cycle of theft instead of breaking it. The episode teaches him that simply wanting to do good is not enough. Understanding the environment and recognizing deception are just as important. In Jake's attempt at ending the horse's existence, he plays on Finn's naivety and tells him the horse is going to go to some magical land and live happily ever after if they follow through with his plan. They dress him up as a bunny to attract eagles to carry the horse away. Then the funniest thing happens. The eagles drop the horse right into their treehouse. Believe me when I tell you I couldn't stop laughing at this scene.
Peter, the horse is here.
If you're enjoying the video so far, remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single video. Channel membership is live for anyone who wants to directly support the channel. You get access to perks like direct request for a video. Let's say you want a detailed explanation on how the diamonds originated. You can simply request with channel membership. Join my Discord as well so we can keep in touch. Before we review the final step in getting rid of your horse problem, let's talk about Jake's character for a while, and the implication of the "dude, let's kill the horse" line. Jake is usually portrayed as laid back and fun-loving. However, there are moments that hint at a more unsettling side of his personality, moments that reveal how quickly Jake can slip into a mindset that values violence or domination.
We could rule them like gods. Angry gods.
Jake, there's one left, and I think he's trying to surrender.
Kill it!
But what's the purpose of giving Jake this persona? Jake is normally a comforting, goofy figure, so hearing him talk about killing a creature upends our expectations. This shock value is intentional. It's meant to remind us that even the most amiable characters harbour the potential for something far more ruthless in the Adventure Time universe. It's used as a juxtaposition of whimsy and grimness. Adventure Time often blends absurdity with serious undertones. Jake's grim suggestion in The Eyes operates on this level. It's both a moment of dark humour and an indication that when provoked or caught in the wrong mindset, he can entertain disturbing ideas about power and violence. Such statements can be read as hints of an inner complexity, a dark potential lurking beneath the surface. They suggest that heroism in the land of Ooo isn't always neat, and that every character, even someone as affable as Jake, might have impulses that contradict their usual behaviour. Jake's grim moments are not only moments of shock value, but also windows into the multifaceted nature of his character.
There's some stuff about me that I've been ignoring for a long time. I'm afraid of that stuff, but it's part of who I am.
Step 7. Kick the horse in the... It turns out the horse is the Ice King. Can't lie, I was genuinely surprised. Finn and Jake ambush Simon and ask him why he was spying. Turns out he just wanted to know the secret of their friendship because he couldn't find happiness, which was hinted at the beginning of the episode.
Dude, Wildberry Princess from the Ice King.
I just want to be happy!
It sounds really dumb, but when you understand Ice King's lore, you actually do feel really bad for the guy. He truly just wants happiness. The Ice King's crown is a curse that has deeply warped his understanding of love and relationships. Once known as Simon Petrikov, he was a thoughtful individual whose identity and capacity for genuine connection were eroded by the crown's dark influence. This transformation offers a tragic lens through which we can view his misguided actions throughout the series. Over time, the crown erases the remnants of Simon's compassionate nature and replaces them with a distorted, obsessive yearning for love, a love he no longer fully comprehends. As a result, his behaviour becomes a series of desperate attempts to reclaim the connection he once had, even though his methods are inherently flawed. Kidnapping princesses is less about romance in the traditional sense, and more about possession. The act itself is a misguided attempt to create a connection, a way to fill the void left by his lost identity and genuine human interaction. The crown's curse prevents him from understanding that love, whether platonic or romantic, is built on respect, trust, and freedom rather than control. The Ice King's decision to spy on Finn and Jake is an example of how his warped understanding of love leads him astray. Their friendship is a beacon of uncomplicated, authentic connection, qualities that the Ice King has long forgotten. He views it as a mystery to be solved, a secret formula that could potentially restore the love he lost. But at least in the end, our bros are able to get a good night's rest. What do you think about this episode? How do you feel about how grim Jake can get sometimes? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and as usual, see you in the next one.